How do you do that day one? You've talked about kind of improving the brand. You said it starts from the top, but like, what goes into that?
I don't have a magic wand that I'm going to wave right now, and everybody's going to feel like a champion and a winner. Okay? I just got to have the team ready the first game of the year. It's a process. And it's a process, and it's a way you go about doing things. It's a standard, it's an expectation. A high standard, a high expectation, it's accountability, right? It's discipline, commitment, toughness, work ethic, pride. It's wanting to be great versus wanting to be normal. And, normal kind of equals average. And average is okay. There's no problem with average, except in my business. My business, average is the enemy. And to be great, you got to have special focus, special commitment, special preparation, and discipline.
Coach Tom Bruce, Sports Illustrated Indiana, welcome to Bloomington.
Thank you.
You are joining a Big Ten conference where half the teams in the league are continuously recruiting 4-star and 5-star type athletes.
Yeah.
How that has not happened here. I mean, when you are trying to compete at that level for recruiting, what do you need to do to make things different here to be more successful with that at the higher level?
Yeah. I've never really looked at stars ever, honestly. It's kind of like, I get so focused in on certain things, like in this particular case, evaluation. I guess these stars have been around for a long time. I have never, ever looked at a star. Do you really think some guy that puts stars on kids knows what he's talking about compared to coaches who are watching hours and hours of tape on kids? Now, if you want to get ratings and you want to go recruit the guys with the most stars, because there's always going to be somebody who shouldn't have 4 stars that's going to be available, right? You can go ahead and do that. That's not how we operate. When everybody comes here in January, this is where we're going, this is how we're going to get there. Okay? And there will be a new culture, identity here, and expectation level, and the way we play the game. It's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
Such a great story all year long. A very likable program led by Coach Signetti, who's obviously a real character. They recover this onside kick, retaining staff, retaining your own players, getting players in the portal, and doing the high school recruiting. Leonard takes a knee. And Marcus Freeman has his
opportunity on 3rd down. Good defense. Second punt for Freeman. It's blocked. Got in there in a beat. D'Angelo Pons is going to score. Touchdown Hoosiers. Edge is where he excels.
To the outside, Cooper had 4 touchdowns last week. Looking for his first today, and he's got it! Touchdown! Absurdly effective player for this team last year. 3rd and 11, Altmaier fields it again, and he goes down again! Isaiah Jones having a first quarter! Mendoza looks, steps into one, end zone! Touchdown! E.J. Williams goes up high! Against this Indiana team. They could use a big stop here. Mendoza gets rid of it. Nowakowski with a catch. Now he's got a combo in front. Nowakowski, turn on the burners. Goodbye. 43-yard touchdown to the tight end. Altmaier, rush comes. Altmaier trying to get away. He won. Devoured again. There is no escaping this Hoosier attack. He was 19 of 20. He's got 211 yards and 3 touchdowns. Looking for more here. To the end zone, wide open. Waffle House to the house. Elijah Surratt, touchdown. Cooper in motion. Up the middle, lot of space. Black is gone. Kalon, touchdown. 40-yard sprint to the end zone. Already 5 sacks for this Indiana defense. Got to get off the field, and they do in time. They bring 4. They get home with 4. Mario Lynn.
Same page with his quarterback, Mendoza.
Second and goal. Mendoza, end zone, touchdown. Too easy. Elijah Surratt has his second. And count them, 5 scores. It's Indiana State. Another handoff, big hole. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Kobe Martin. 31 yards on the ground.
Insane catch. Beautiful throw up high where only his guy can get it, and his foot is down after he catches it. Mendoza in trouble. It's out. Touchdown! Oh, Marco play. Unbelievable. Give him eyes and drove it down. Did he get his foot down?
The ruling of the touchdown is under review.
Oh my goodness, it's a touchdown.
Oh my gosh! He caught it!
He caught it.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. Touchdown.
Unbelievable drive. Unbelievable touchdown.
Right past Lorenzo Styles. This guy is so good in the contested catch, 50-50 situation, and he fights through that right arm of Styles.
Becker's been a go-to man as well. Mendoza, fade, Surratt, corner, touchdown, Indiana! Coach of the Year awards in the Big Ten. Big play here, 3rd and 6 at the 24. Mendoza, Charlie B from Nashville, Tennessee. Lets it go. And it is caught, but not enough. Kurt Cignetti does it in 2 years.
Connor Talty to boot it away. Roman Hemby, excellent running back for the Hoosiers, is back deep. Here we go. Simpson far to the right of that bunch set. Bernard comes in motion. They pop it to him, trying to get the edge. And he's not going to get there. Indiana with a 4th down stop. As DeBoer rolls the dice and Isaiah Jones spoils the plan. After that 4th down stop. Showing pressure. Here he comes. Mendoza has time. Goes end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Becker!
To extend it.
4-man rush, plenty of time. Simpson escapes. And not going to slide. He's going to stay on his feet. Lost the ball as he was hit after getting 1st down yardage. Indiana takeaway. Isaiah Jones recovered it. They specialize in creating turnovers, and there's another one.
Yep, held on to. You'll see him come from Ty Simpson's left. Not this hit, but the next hit dislodges the ball right there. So Williams held on. Simpson's not able to, and that was a scramble.
Get 11 more. No more timeouts to work with. So they're looking to throw. And Mendoza flips it. Easy pitch and catch. There's Omar Cooper Jr. And Indiana stretches the lead before halftime. What a shove of the Hoosiers in the first 30.
Yep.
3rd and 1, looking to throw. Launching to the end zone. Surratt's out there. Touchdown Hoosiers. Pouring it on.
The offensive line has a heck of a drive. Indiana takes their first possession after stopping Alabama's offense. They go right down to extend their lead. They're up 24.
50.
That's pretty good.
Black bursting free. Hoosiers punctuate. An incredible performance. And we We still got 14 minutes to go.
Just a matter of time until one of these backs hit that second level and accelerated through it.
Looked like a big roast. That was the week after they had beaten Oregon. So he's breaking free. Henry has turned to find the end zone. Alabama being humiliated.
Yeah,
Indiana
this is
team.
embarrassing. The fans, they beat Ohio State in Indy. They just
He
showed
smiled.
up. They just,
Wait, he smiled. I'm sorry to interrupt.
We got to rewind that. They beat Ohio State in Indy for a Big Ten championship, which is huge for them. They show up at the Rose Bowl.
The celebration continues over here.
Yeah, they got people crying. It's incredible. This is great. Good for them. Congrats to Indiana.
The Hoosiers hammer Alabama here in Pasadena and head to the semifinals, the Peach Bowl.
A standing room only crowd of more than 71,000, most of them clad in cream and crimson, filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta for tonight's college football semifinal. The Oregon Ducks taking on the top-seeded Indiana Hoosiers. De'Aaron Hill Jr. is the running back. A quick pass is intercepted. It's going to be run in for an Indiana touchdown. D'Angelo Pons on the first play of the game.
And a big mistake here early by Dante Moore. Look at D'Angelo Pons, got outside leverage of an outbreaking route, and his eyes are in the backfield the whole way. The ball thrown slightly inside. Pons grabs it and takes it to the house. The vision defense that Indiana will play throughout this game make it very difficult to take those free access completions. And Pons, who is a lockdown corner into the boundary, will make you pay every single time.
At the left end of the offensive line, Mendoza and zone caught! Touchdown! Omar Cooper!
He's into the NFL draft. He hasn't made up that decision yet. The ball slips out of his hand as he wound up to throw. And Indiana has it inside the 5.
That Moore is pulling it back. It hits the nose of the football against the left shoulder pad, and a massive mistake, but probably could have been avoided with more experienced backfield.
Mendoza with Black, the running back. Black straight ahead, touchdown. Kaylon Black. There's the running back on 2nd and 3. Play action fake. Moore running out of time and gets sacked. Dominic Ratcliffe and Tyree Tucker. Under 6 minutes to go in the half. 3rd and 12. Moore under pressure again and down at the 31. Madison in the portal where he excelled. Now he's a Hoosier. Deep throw, Charlie Becker. Touchdown, Indiana. They're going to have to throw it with regularity. He gets hit, lost the ball again. Daniel Ndukwe knocked it out, and it is Indiana ball.
And how about the hit by Ndukwe, who's had to step up in the absence of Stephen Daly? He arrives immediately and makes the play.
The running back. Mendoza quick pass. Touchdown. Elijah Surratt.
And now 5 wide receivers on 3rd down and 5 for Mendoza.
To the end zone. Wide open receiver and a touchdown. E.J. Williams.
So Ohio State and Notre Dame both last year. Northwestern, by the way, is now the losing team, and they block a punt for good measure.
Daniel Ndukwe, what a night he's had.
It's amazing. Completely relentless. And when you put those 4s up in the air in the 4th quarter, it's a reminder that you still have 15 minutes to go, and you do not let up.
Indiana, Kaylon Black, the running back. Mendoza fires back line of the end zone, touchdown. Elijah Surratt. So they win the most recent biggest game in school history. They've had 2 dominant wins in this playoff. 38-3 over one of the great programs of all time, Alabama. Sig face in the crowd. And now 56-22 over the Oregon Ducks.
Welcome to Miami and the College Football Playoff National Championship. Cignetti, all business as you'd expect. Here come the Canes.
Able to sneak out. Blindside. Never really felt that. Good job. A big part of this tonight with Mendoza.
Fit that play. On third down, trying to run for it with Black. And Black bursts for a first down as the Hoosiers are in the red zone after a 7-yard third down run.
Strap in the face mask. Watch 8. After carrying out the fake, instead of laying off, boom, hits him. Again,
that part of it, I thought it was just a late hit. But this one here, he came in, crowned of the helmet.
Yeah, it's a matchup we want to see with Xavier Lucas out of the game. Frederic is not surprised at all with the ability to get his head turned around and get in position, and they will allow the corner to get handsy if his head is locating the football.
So Nico Ranicich, almost automatic from 34 yards. Indiana, the quarterback, bleeding a little bit, draws first blocks again, lined up behind Nowakowski. They hand it off to the fullback / tight end, and he powers in. Touchdown, Indiana. A dominant start here for the #1 team. Davis has kicked a game-winning field goal here against Notre Dame in the opener. That was from 47. This is from 50. And it doinks off the right upright. 5-yard gain anytime. Great job corralling number 10, not letting him get loose. Fletcher breaks free. Mark Fletcher in the front race. Miami touchdown. And just like that, Miami's bell cow back changes around this championship game. Dylan Joyce back on. Blocked! Indiana blocks the punt and throws it for a touchdown! Isaiah Jones on the recovery! Marty Brown comes in, they fake the pitch to him, and back pitches downfield, and it's incomplete. Broken up beautifully by D'Angelo Pons. 7 offensive linemen in there. 7 O-linemen and a tight end. Fletcher walks in. Miami touchdown. What a response. It's something of a gamble. A lot of coaches would punt Miami deep. Mendoza ball in his hands. Sideline pitch. Becker comes back to make a catch.
They do it all the time. Surratt usually makes these plays. Becker's showing you he's got the ability as well against O'Connor. Timing, the ball was in the air. He comes back perfectly. Look at those hands by Becker.
Apparently force a field goal attempt here. Miami had to get the field goal block team off to get some pass rushers back on there. Here we go. Got to get to the 8. He's going to take off and run. Mendoza weaves his way first and go diving toward the end zone. Touchdown! That's where he won the Heisman Trophy.
What a call by Curt Cignetti and the offensive coordinator Mike Shanahan. Quarterback draw. He definitely breaks the plane, holds on to the football for a touchdown. Rio follows his blockers. Drew Evans leads his way in there. He also gets behind Kalon Black, but really it was about what Mendoza was determined to do.
Points in this drive.
Tony in the backfield there.
He's got it for the pitch. Tony breaks free. Malachi Tony spinning, scoring. Is there a more exciting player in this sport? Just throwing punches and taking punches from each other. Malachi Tony makes it a 3-point game again. 6:37 left. 2:21. Another first down run for Happy. He's got the edge. Stiff arm. Scoots out of bounds. That's right near the marker.
Tackle. Watch him kind of nonchalant. Now he goes for the safety. Huge collision. It forced the corner to have to make that tackle. Great chop right there by Omar Cooper. Jacoby Thomas, he didn't know what hit him.
I'm taking field goal attempt coming up. Field goal knocked right through. So Indiana took 4:50 off the clock, moved at 11 plays and added 3 to the lead. But Miami and Carson Beck are going to have a chance. The kind of drive he was able to produce against Ole Miss in the Fiesta Bowl. Beck, long pitch and sideline, catch made by Daniels, put down inbounds by Sharp. Again, no timeouts left. Clock stops momentarily as Mendoza can watch on one knee and rounds the back. Beck steps up, delivers downfield, and intercepted! Domination! That's the pick that will clinch Indiana's first national championship! A century of futility is forgotten. The Indiana Hoosiers are the kings of college football.
Second punt for Clemens. And it's blocked. Got in there in a feed. D'Angelo Barnes is going to score.
Insane catch. Beautiful throw up high where only his guy can get it, and his foot is down. Mendoza in trouble. It's out.
Charlie B!
I thought it was just a late hit, but this one here, he came in grounded the helmet.
Blocked! Indiana breaks the punt and throws it for a touchdown! Isaiah Jones on the recovery!
Follows his blockers. Drew Evans leads his way in there and still gets behind Kalon Black, but really it was about what.
It's pretty simple. I win. Google me.